Oh, I got another tutorial for those guys who has a Raspberry Pi and don't know what to do with it, but more into development, into Windows application and so on. Um, did you know that you can use your Raspberry Pi to build Windows ROS, or any other softwares using the SSH function of VS Code? So let's run a VS Code here. Actually, as you can see here, I already got my targets here. Um, I'm enabling like the cross compilation. As you can see, I can target Mac OS X, so on. Um, this is currently at my local. As you can see, YeshuPH at YeshuPH. Um, this is targeting x86 CPU, ARM-based CPU like uh, Raspberry Pi and so on. Um, so how do we connect to it? So as you can see, this is my project. This is a project on my own MMO server. Um, this is, since here we have open remote window, connect to host if you need, and as you can see, I have my host here. If we So as you see, is if we ifconfig here, this is binded to this IP and my SSH. As you see, if I connect it to open this and connect to a remote window, it will open SSH here. So if you open this, it will connect to the Raspberry Pi by SSH, and it will need a password, definitely. Now, to actually open a folder, go here, and we can actually show local here and basically open a folder from our from our PC to the SSH itself. So we can build like for Linux if needed. But now I'm just gonna demonstrate you how to build like a simple Rust to build an exe. So it will prompt for password again. So as you can see, this is connected to our terminal will be connected to YeshuPH.yx server. So basically, this is my Raspberry Pi right now. So let's clean this up. Gotta go clean. So as you can see, we have this hello from Linux, hello world from Linux. So if we actually want to target Linux, we can actually, or Raspberry Pi, which is um, Arch64, I know Linux GNU, we can cargo run or cargo build release, right? Basically, we'll have a target here, which is we can run this itself. Yes. Open integrated terminal. So in then basically we can like authentication and run this like this, right? So it's running because it's Linux, of course. And now we can clear that and basically you want to do is compile an exe from our Linux or our Raspberry Pi. So to do that, we would need to get our targets set up. So how do we set up a target? So basically, we need to add rest up, add target, add. So for example, so this is for Windows that has Microsoft Visual Studio, of course, but we're on Linux, so we're going to be using the GNU stuff. So x86 64 PC Windows GNU. So we will be adding that, and as you can see, it's up to date because I already like downloaded it. And the next step to do is actually download Ming2. So to do that is actually you'll have need well, need to install a MinW GCC. So what should we do is basically this sudo apt get install GCC 64. Now, as you can see, it's already the latest version because I already installed it. So after you install those two, you can now target it. So to target it, you can like cargo build release if you're releasing. If you're not, you can just leave it alone. Now we would need to specify a target. So basically, the target is x68, 64, PC, Windows, GNU. Now, if we enter this, it will build an exe from the Linux or the Raspberry Pi server. So as you can see, we have a release here from our target x64 x86 underscore x64. That's the debug. So we can actually have directly download this. We can actually download it directly here. So as you can see here, now once it's downloaded, we can go into our destination where we saved it and run it from there. So that's how easy you can build like can easily build exe from a Linux or from your Raspberry Pi. So you don't need to actually target, or if you want to target on Windows with targeting like this, with my targeting, well, basically you can do this as well. You can target it here, but you need to download their linkers. So you need to actually install Mingleroot MingW GCC in your Windows machine, and basically you can cross-file to Linux and Raspberry Pi, x86 CPU, and like Arch64 Raspberry Pi stuffs. For Apple or Darwin, you would need to download their linker or compiler as well. So yeah, that's all for my tutorial today. Thank you for watching.